Hey there everyone, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Adventure. This week I'm taking a look at episode 2 of season 5 of Adventure Wednesday, where Amanda and myself went to the Big E. Let's get started. So the first thing I wanted to do was kind of get an establishing shot for those who know what the Big E is to see that that's where I was, and for the rest of you that don't know what the Big E is, it's this giant fair that's been going on for 101 years down in West Springfield, Massachusetts. It's a gathering of all New England states where they showcase food and farms and agricultural stuff and everything like that. But like I said, it's been going on for 101 years. It's definitely something I would recommend checking it out. It happens every year in the middle of September, usually till the first week of October. So, getting started here, just doing a little intro inside of the car, getting ready to walk into the gate. Now, I would have brought this camera with me, but it's just trying to carry stuff and everything like that while carrying this camera on the tripod and using the phone to film too. It's just a lot going on. So anyways, this is the entrance of the Big E. Right here is the agricultural building. They have a bunch of cows, sheep, everything that's basically nature related. They also have these amazing milkshakes, which is a clip that you saw a couple seconds ago there. They're not really a milkshake. They're like a really thick chocolate milk or really thick regular milk. I don't know. I love these things. Every time I go there, I just have to drink 2 of them straight out of the gate. Right when we get in there, I just have to consume these things. So as you see, it's a pretty big building. There's a lot of animals in there. And then exiting there, there's this center, which is a bunch of different vendors set up selling things. I believe this one is a Better Living Center. And then they have like 4 or 5 different buildings where they just have different things, showcase different vendors, different food for sale. Now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 main streets in this fairground, and each street is jam-packed with vendors on both sides. This right here is the Avenue of States. Each state in New England has its own building, and they respectively show what they're proud of, what their prime export is from the country, or from the state rather. This is Connecticut here. It was weird because Connecticut is home to Lego, and this was the first year in my entire life of going to the Big E that Lego was actually not at the event. Right here we're entering Maine. Absolutely love that state. They have amazing lobster rolls. I will give you a hint though. The lobster roll from Maine is $1 more than the one from Massachusetts, and you pretty much get the same amount. You get close to the same amount of lobster rolls, so save yourself $1 if you're going in there. Those right there were clam fritters from Rhode Island. So good. That was the new food this year. It was called the Flatline Burger. It was basically a heart attack in between 2 buns. That's every year they come out with this new crazy meal. Like they had one year where it was called a Crazy Burger. It was a burger with a donut for a bun. It's just come out with different things every single year to celebrate food and to have people try. This right here was actually the parade that we were participating in for the Irish organization because they were celebrating Holyoke, which is a town that I'm from. So it was Celebrate Holyoke Day. That's a Falcon right there. I've taken you guys in that car many, many times before. So that was my dad taking the car, leaving the parade, and we're heading back into the Big E because we had to participate in the parade. It takes about an hour to do so. This is Storyton Village. Now they have actually moved. This entire village here, the church, the buildings, everything that you see right there has been moved from a different location and brought to here, which is pretty crazy. And the story, if I remember correctly, is one person paid a heck of a lot of money to move that stuff over there, or one family, the trustees of some family. The church that was at the beginning of that clip there was actually built by, I believe, 4 different congregations or 4 different denominations. There was Catholic, Protestant, all these different groups got together, separated their differences, and built this church, which was pretty cool, a pretty cool story of showing people bonding together even though they have their differences. And they made this community house of worship. These trees right here, I don't know what happened to them. They were scattered everywhere throughout the Big E last year. I thought they were so cool, and there was only a couple of them this year. They're like bright pink lighted trees. This is inside Farmerama, which is basically like an interactive display slash building where kids go in and they can learn more about farm animals. There's some cool things there, like you could dig up your own potatoes, you know, pick your own pumpkin, stuff like that they set up in these little boxes. So it's entertaining and educational for the kids. Now this was a big thing for this year. It was a recreation of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel, I believe it was. This picture right here is the Last Judgment. You'll see in 1 second right there. But they had this whole little room set up where they had last year all this stuff to celebrate 100 years of the Big E. They decided to put all this stuff for Michelangelo and paintings and stuff like that there. It was pretty cool. Now, as you see, the sun is starting to go down. This day that we went there, it was raining, and in my entire life, I have never seen the Big E this empty. Usually this place is completely packed, and listening to the news, they just released the numbers a couple days ago. They broke attendance records on, I believe, 4 separate days, and then the grand total of attendance was actually broken as well. This is a really cool little area that's off to the side. It's called the Midway. They have all rides, they have games, a bunch of kids stuff. They have bigger adult rides like Ferris wheels and stuff like that. This is a Mardi Gras parade that happens every single night. These floats go by, they throw these beads out, you collect the beads, and it was great because, like I said, there wasn't that many people there that year, so usually when I attend these, the Mardi Gras parade, I'm lucky if I get a set of beads, lucky if I even get a set of beads that isn't broken. This time, however, as you'll see in a couple of seconds, Amanda and myself took all the beads. I think she ended up with like 10 different beads, and I think I had like probably 6 or 8 different ropes in my pocket. 1 second, right here it's coming up. That's the last set of beads that I pick up. So you'll see this clip of Amanda, just so many beads, and then me just pulling beads out of my, look, you see them just coming out of the pocket, and they're in my other hand. Overall, it's such a fun time. I love that clock right there. That's such a cool clock. It's just something that if you're from New England, from this area, personally to me, it's just something you have to experience every single year. Even though it's at the same place, it's a lot of the same vendors, it's never really the same event. So good. These donuts were amazing. You buy this little ticket and then you walk up and they make these right in front of you. There's this whole contraption that plops the donuts into the fry-later, and you get the freshest donuts right out of the fry-later. But as I'm closing it out, that is going to do it for this episode of Beyond the Adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't check out Adventure Wednesday from the Big E, please check it out. The link is up here down below in the description as well. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching this video. Peace.